As Yom HaZikaron and Yom HaAtzmaut quickly approach, it's only natural to reflect and make a national cheshbon hanefesh and ask ourselves, how did we get here? And where are we headed as a nation? What are we commemorating this week? What are we celebrating this Yom HaAtzmaut? With the current situation and ceasefire, so many questions still remain. As we celebrate Israel's independence, are we even truly independent? Or are we still beholden to other nations? Have we achieved our military goals and objectives? Will this ceasefire last, or will we soon find ourselves back at war? There is so much doubt and uncertainty. But we as Jews believe be'emunah shlema that redemption is a process. When the prophet Yechezkel is shown a valley of dry, lifeless bones, Hashem says that first he will place upon them sinews, and then flesh, and then skin, and then imbue them with his spirit, and then place them upon their soil, returning them to their land, and then they will come to know Hashem. Redemption comes, as the prophet describes, in stages, shlav, shlav. First, there will be a physical resurrection and restoration of a people and a nation, only later followed by a spiritual renewal and renaissance. The Talmud Yerushalmi relates how once Rabbi Chia Rabbah and Rabbi Yoshua ben Chalafta were walking in the valley of Arbel shortly before the dawn, and they saw the Ayelet HaShachar, the morning star, the first rays of light begin to break over the horizon. And Rabbi Chia says to Rabbi Yoshua, so too will be the redemption of Israel, kim'ah, kim'ah, slowly, slowly, like the dawn, until the light will grow greater and greater and reveal itself in its full splendor. And this, I believe, is where we find ourselves today in Medinat Yisrael. We are still very much in the shadow of night, the long, dark exile. But we are watching and witnessing the dawn about to break, kim'ah, kim'ah, slowly, slowly. Because Jewish history is filled with peaks and valleys, and it would seem as if today we find ourselves in a valley, but we can already begin to get a glimpse of the mountaintop. In the Tefillah L'Shlom HaMedina, we describe the state of Israel as Reshit Tzmichat Geulatenu, the first flowering of our redemption. We recognize that the final redemption has not yet been realized. This young state is just merely the first flowering. The buds are just beginning to blossom. It's only the beginning. The pain that we endured during the exile is likened by our prophets to a woman in childbirth, slow and painful. But these Chevlei Mashiach ultimately birth the redemption. Over the past 78 years of statehood, we've experienced many Chevlei Mashiach. The modern-day miracle of Medinat Yisrael was not handed to us on a silver platter. It wasn't spoon-fed to us with a silver spoon. It was a miracle that came at great cost. We've paid a heavy price, made tremendous sacrifices, and continue to sacrifice, as we've seen over the last 2.5 years. But over the past 78 years of statehood, and during the last 2.5 years, we've also witnessed tremendous nisim v'niflaot, wonders and miracles, tremendous chazdei Hashem. Psalm 126 begins, Beshuv Hashem et Shivat Tzion hayinu kicholmim. When Hashem will return the captivity of Tzion, we will have been like dreamers. We will awaken from this long, dark night, this dream of exile, this one long, confusing dream, and finally, we will be able to make sense of all the pain and suffering, all that we've endured. We live during confusing times, challenging times, but we also are living during miraculous times. We live at a unique moment in history, and that deserves to be celebrated. This Yom HaAtzmaut, we celebrate that redemption is an ongoing process.